Hello everyone, welcome to the Web3 Education Investment. How are you doing? Are you all waiting for the Decoded conference? It will be started soon, and while I'm waiting for that, I did some other stuff. I would like to share my experience. And so the things I did, I figured out today is tried the Subquery network. So the Subquery network is one also in Polkadot. That's a blockchain developer toolkit where like you can use that and call the API. You can get the data from the blockchain and also use that in your dApp and tools. And so I spent some time and finally figure out how it works. Let me first show you what we can do. So this is the final result here. So you can query the data. I actually run the local code now. So it's still running and I can show you now. I will put 10. So it's going to get all the top 10 transfers. So the amount I will just use descent. So you are going to see that this is all the top 10 transfers real time, and you can see from the address from here to here, and this is the amount. Of course, you can also use some other like descent or ascend. This would be the top 10 like minimum one. So they only have one dot transfer. So basically, what you can do now is you can check all the transfers on chain. This is for the Polkadot. So the Polkadot transfers on chain, and I believe they can also check the substrate and I think that there are some other like protocols they can check. Maybe in the future they can expand that into the Ethereum or some others. So this would be very cool, and basically you can easily get those on-chain data. So this is the one. I'm going to close that, otherwise it's kind of slow. So it's still running. I'm going to close the node now. So now it's not working. I cannot connect. So I cannot run now because I just closed my node while it's still running. It should be closed. I think it will just need some time to be updated. Yeah, it's not working now. Okay. So now I will close this one. So this video will just show you a little bit technical. So for those of you who are not very interested, just skip the rest of the video, because this is really like to share my experience how to set a local node, and then you can query the Polkadot transfer. Okay, so for the technical part, first of all, you need some environment, the node and the Docker. The Docker, like you can download the desktop version if you are using Mac or even Windows. I think I'm using the Mac, and the node that's there's a tutorial here you can check. So to verify that, you just need to run the node. So if you go to your command, run the node, you should be able to see the version and also the Docker compose. So you should be able to see the Docker version. So that means it's working. And once you get that, you need to install the Subquery. So just run this command. I'm going to just create a new folder. Maybe I can just show it here, but I already installed that, so it's probably faster. But if you are just install that first time, it would take a little bit time. And after that, you can initialize the Subquery starter project. Oh, it's still running. Maybe it will reinstall everything. So after that, you can initialize that. So this project, you can have a name. You can use any name you want, actually, and then you can choose the network. So I'm going to try and get the data for the Polkadot. So I will just select the Polkadot network. And then you can choose the template. I will just use the Subquery starter. In the future, once you are familiar, you can customize that. And the RPC endpoint, this is the endpoint for the Polkadot. They have different options. You can get that for others. The Git repository, I just use the starter Git. You can use your own Git repository. So it's done, and then now I can do the initial. Just another demo. Maybe I just show you Web3 edu. And then you can see that now you can change that substrate Terra. Okay, I will just choose substrate. And then they have Polkadot, Arcana, and the Moon River. So I will choose Polkadot. And then the starter. So we choose the starter. And the endpoint, we will just use the default one. I think press enter will be the default. And then also, okay, I will just use CL. Description, you can write anything, just a demo project. And then version default, license default. Okay, so once you do that, now they will create the Web3 EDU for you, and everything's there. You basically just have all the stuff, and you just need to go inside and then do the install. So I will just do the install here, and also the APM install. So this is basically going to install all the dependencies for the project, and it will take a bit of time. And then once you install everything, you just need to update your GraphQL schema file. So this is a file like you need to keep the format. For example, like the format here, like ID, amount, block, number, from, and to. So those are just format the data you are going to get. So we'll just install npm install, and then we will update this one. So if you are familiar with any text editor, you can use any text editor to open the file and then change it. But I would just directly update it from the command. And then once you update that, you can do the install. So I will pause here. I will just wait when it's done. Okay, so we'll wait a few minutes, and now it's done. And we just need to update this one, the schema. Okay, and so we just update as the new one. And then we can install now. So we install. Sorry, this is just recompile, regenerate the types directory, and then run the script. Okay, so regenerate everything. Now you can see all the file because you just changed that. So I just changed this schema.graphql. So I changed that. So I need to regenerate everything. Now you are done, and you need to update your manifest file. So this is the project.yaml. Just change this part, the data sources. And so just go here. Okay, and then just copy paste it here. And so basically this one, it will just define like your mapping the file and what kind of events you are going to handle. So this one, like the substrate event handler, and you are going to handle the module, the balances, and you check the transfer because we want to check the transfer of the dot. Now we'll update the mapping function. So that's define how chain data is transformed into the optimized GraphQL entity. So that's a GraphQL entity. We have it here. So so now we will just update this one. This is this is under the source mapping. So just go to the source mapping, and then you will just update those. We have several files actually, several functions, but we only need to handle event function. Only need to have this one. So the rest of them, like we didn't use that for this demo. So I will just delete them and just copy paste here. And so now you can build your project. So build, and then you can run. Okay, so it will take a little bit time, and then we're almost there. So it will just take maybe 10 minutes now to set up the local node. It's not that complicated actually, right? And so you will just get this one build, and then now the next step is going to run, like, use a Docker, and this is going to run your project locally. And then you can go to this browser and check that. So now it will start the Docker, so you can see that. So I run from completely scratch. Okay. And so it will just take some time, and then you should be able to go to this link, and then you can run the query. All right, and so that's all for today's video. A little bit technical, but it's fun. I think I would be happy to share some experience, and just in case some of you want to know how to do that, how to write the code. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope all of you will enjoy the conference. And if you are new to the channel, this is the Web3 Education Investment. So please leave a comment, please subscribe if you don't want to miss any future videos. Bye.